Good evening, everyone, and thank you in advance for joining me on this very special occasion, as this is my first ever YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to go over a quick update of my back patio grow here. Various peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, pumpkins, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about my fertilizing routines. I've had a couple people ask me. As you can see here, it's a very rainy and dreary southeastern Kentucky afternoon. Okay, let's get right into it. First up, little guy in the corner here. It's my ahi pineapple. One of my small ones. Just had a fresh dose of nitrate going his way. Next to is my Sugar Rush peach. Had a couple pods on it earlier in the season, but it was a small plant, and the pods were getting big enough to kind of weigh the plant over. So I went ahead and decided to top it, and as you can see with the fish fertilizer, she's bounced back wonderfully. Next up, this big bushy thing in the cage here, I've got my chocolate moruga. As you can see, there's a little fruit right there. He's been on there for some time. Hopefully we'll get some ripening coming this way. This one is special in particular because I think this one is going to be taste tested by Dave S. in West Virginia. If you follow him on YouTube, I'll link him in the description below. Next up is my Bubba. This was a strain I'm really not too familiar with. I believe it's a variant of a jalapeno. It was one of the various free seeds that I got with whitehotpeppers.com. Justin always makes sure to throw in a couple extra things in there for people. Alright, and these two on the ground, had to set them down earlier, it was getting kind of windy. Need some cages really. This is my 7-pot bubblegum times Naga. Probably one of my hardiest, if you will, looking plants. Some nice looking buds in there. No flowers yet though. Next up is another Naga. This one is the Monster Naga. Just a quick overshot. Really like this plant. Really nice and thick. Over here in the corner in this big ugly cage, we have the tallest of all the plants, the Ahi Amarillo. Just starting to bud. On its way to production. Next up is another one of my little guys. This is my Reaper. When I started them 2 seeds in a solo cup, and they both came up, so I thought, why not throw them both in a 3-gallon pot and see what happens. This one is my Purple Bell. Never really grown this before. I thought they would be purple towards the end in the ripening stage, but here we are in, I don't know, a month in the fruiting, and we have these big purple fruits. Next is my Jay's Peach Ghost contest plant for the pepper lover community. For those of you that don't know me, I frequent the pepper lover community. You can find me on there. You can find me on Hangouts. Love Google+. This pod in particular is special to me because it is one of my first ever, or the closest thing I've ever grown to one of my first super hots. And Mr. Brando Toe, if you don't know him, I'll link him in the description. You can follow him on Google+. He is going to be taste testing this one. He may or may not know it yet. There's also another one over here in the corner, smaller. These 2 bushes here are my Butch T Trinidad Scorpions. These are old plants. I've had these since, oh wow, maybe the last year. I started them, if you follow me on Google Plus, you'll know I used to grow in my dorm room before I graduated from college. And I started these in my dorm room, and they grew in the window forever. I just never had the space to let them grow in fruit, so they've been cut back a billion times, as you can see in the bottom. This behemoth in the floor here is the ahi mango. Really interested to see what kind of fruits this one pushes out. Got a couple forming right here. Focus. You get the point. Bud City. Amazing. Really shot up after I used the fish fertilizer. In the corner, in the blue rocker, we have a Scotch bonnet, red variant. Once again, if you guys follow me on Google Plus and remember my dorm room grows, this was the Scotch bonnet that was in the window. Also topped many times. Almost lost it. A little transportation accident. Yeah, trying to get it from school back here, it kind of fell over in the back of my truck, and you know how that goes. Over here we have a well-topped ghost pepper, Boot Jolokia, as you please. Started out kind of puny, but she's making a good recovery. This is about a week and a half after initial topping. Alright, I'll go back and I'll show you guys some of my seedlings that are coming along. Some of these are going in containers, some of these are going in a garden. I haven't really decided yet. Here we have some more special seeds along with some special plants. These are the habanero number 2, as sent to be by Mr. Brando Toe generously in one of his packages when I bought some candy from him. These guys just sprouted this morning. Fresh. And we'll start on this end, on this row, with all of the chocolate Bootla DM. All these right here. I'm thinking I'll container 2 of these and the rest are going in ground. Do a little side-by-side comparison. Might make it an interesting future video set. Beside them we have some yellow 7-pot branch drains. Have a 7-pot Infinity Yellow. These two I'm really interested to see what happens. Never heard or seen of these. These are more free seeds that got sent to me from White Hot Peppers in a previous order. These are the Jay's Chocolate Ghost Scorpion X. The pictures on the website, the pods look super gnarly. Down here at the end we have the brown Bootlas, which one was super interesting. Zoom in and catch him. When it sprouted, it only had 1 leaf. And slowly but surely, this tiny one's growing on. Probably all this rain, I'm overzealous watering. But anyways, moving on, I have some more of Mr. Brando Toe's habanero number 2, and speak of the devil, another sprout. Oh, and beside we have some reapers, which, as everybody knows, take forever to come up out of the ground. Okay, let's get into the rest of this table. This entire tray is the result of some overzealous seed sowing. This whole tray, all these cells right here you see, are yellow tomatoes. I don't know the exact name or anything, but they're yellow and they're delicious, so we save seeds. In the corner, I have some super sweet 100s right here. We have some red currant, or the teaspoon tomato. Some sandwich slicer in the center. And mine and my father's creations, well, hope to be creations, are these giant pumpkin sprouts. These are Big Macs, and this little guy over here is the Dill's Atlantic Giant, which seems to be the more popular one. But for us, it's had a slower germination rate. And as another result of my overzealous seed sowing, I have a 3-year-old niece who is obsessed with cucumbers. So, being a good uncle, what do? I go and buy a package of burpless cucumbers and think, oh, I'll just start her some. So, playing the devil's advocate, oh, they all won't come up, I sowed every seed. Well, guess what happened? Every seed came up. Beautiful though. This back patio is great. In the morning, we get sunlight from here. In the evening, towards the west, the sunlight comes in through here, catches all these plants, and then when it gets super low, it goes back to the Morningside plants. And in the meantime, these guys just kind of bend and work their way around. It's amazing. Okay, the next portion of this, try not to be too long-winded, I want to talk about some fertilizers that I've used and what I think about them. Just to throw my opinion out and maybe help somebody that's on the fence about something decide something. Or, you know, if you feel free to contact me. I'm on Google Hangouts, Google Plus. You can find me on Facebook. Comment on this video. Whatever you need to do, just get a hold of me. I'll help you out, I promise, to the best I can. This, the long thought out battle between myself and easiness and, I don't know, I guess just being green, no pun intended, to growing things. This is what I went for straight out of the gate. I can't lie, it did good. It gave me bigger plants. It gave me eventually bigger fruits, but I just don't know. I think there was a little too much nitrogen content and too much growth promotion and not enough fruit promotion when it came to this, because later on in the season I may have not followed the instructions right, but later on in the season it seemed like I had more trouble getting fruits on the plant rather than getting the plant to grow, which now I kind of see as a nitrogen problem. So long since gone. Next, a goodie, an oldie, and probably one of my favorites. Super easy. Epsom salts. You can sprinkle it in the dirt. I mix it up in my potting mix, and currently alternating the weeks I use it as a foliar spray. I mix a teaspoon of this in a 20-ounce spray bottle, shake it up really nice, the crystals will dissolve, and spray the plants thoroughly. Make sure it gets all the leaves up and under them and everything. And I can't exactly promise you'll notice a huge difference, but my plants are, oh, as you can see, just exceptionally green. If you will, it brings on a hardiness for the plants, if I had to put a word to it. But yeah, this was my grandmother, she swears by this. Roses, great. But as far as peppers, foliar spray, and a little handful at planting. You can see you get your magnesium in there, your sulfur. And last but not least, something I was recently turned on to, is fish emulsion. It's pretty straightforward. Looking at a 511 NPK. Lots of nitrogen. You gotta be careful. Well, careful towards your fruiting stages and when you don't really want to promote growth of plants rather than production. But as far as getting my plants out of the gate and getting them going, this was great. They exploded. The pros they're pretty self-explanatory. Can't burn the plants. There's no real specifics on plants on the label. They even have flowers. They have vegetables. and a plethora of other plants that's listed for it. So you have your straight up NPK rating. The only downside I can find to this is it smells so bad. If you've ever been fishing a lot or around a dock or a harbor or even a fish market, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, well, it's dead fish. Once you get past that, it's fine. It's a really bad day if you get on your shoes. But as far as this video is concerned, that is all I have for you guys today, and I want to thank you for joining me in this very first video that I'm making. Please like and subscribe. If you're from Pepper Lover community, throw a comment down. I love to see the love. I always share the love back. I will try to do my best, I'm not sure how to do it, to share this to the community tonight on Pepper Lover. But yeah, if you're watching this and you're not a member of Google Plus or Pepper Lover community, join. It's all about growing. It's all about communicating, learning new things, and just getting out there and growing something. You know, bringing back the gardening age. I'm a 22-year-old gardener who started maybe 2 years ago, and I've fallen in love with it, and this community has helped me tremendously. But thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next time.